North America's 2011 Out Games will happen right here in Vancouver next week. Momentum is building and the athletes are training. Out Games are all-inclusive. They are for gays, lesbians, and everyone who loves them and anyone else who wants to take part. Shaw is proud to be a Games sponsor, and it is my pleasure to welcome former president of the Vancouver Pride Society, current chair of the Games, John Boychuk, to Studio 4 to tell us more.
Yeah, exactly that, and there's a lot more.
I bet. I guess you've been a little busy for the last 3 years.
It's been quite the project, but it really is going to be one where the community gets to benefit and have a legacy to be very proud of.
When did Out Games begin?
Well, actually, the first World Out Games were in Montreal back in 2005, and from that was then born the Continental Divisions, and it was Calgary who held the first North America Out Games in 2007. So we're only the second to actually happen.
Okay, and coming in 2015 where?
Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado.
Yes.
So, 3 years ago, where did you start?
I got this call saying, John, I got an idea, a little project. Would you be interested in helping us out? And I went, oh, sure. You know, my term with Pride's coming to an end and always looking for another great volunteer role to fulfill. And that's where it started. So in October of that year, we won the bid. And for the last 3 years, we've been building for the sports, for the human rights, and for the cultural celebrations to be part of what will be Out Games Week.
Because it's not just about sport. I know that.
Exactly.
So the key elements are?
Sport, human rights, and cultural celebration.
And I understand the sport part a little bit, because track and field, some ballroom dancing.
You bet, there's something for
A
everybody.
little bit of everything.
Including poker. So
Poker?
It's not just about physical ability, it's about mental endurance as well.
And can you be an Olympic athlete and compete, or do you have to be an amateur athlete?
It's open to everybody. So gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, transsexual, queer, questioning, two-spirited, intersexed, our friends, our families, our allies, our sponsors. It's really, it's for everybody.
So you can be straight?
Absolutely.
And compete?
If you're part of a team or you want to come out and play solo, absolutely. It's welcome and inviting for everybody for what is friendly sport.
Okay, so who vets the athletes? Who sits down and says, you know, they're of a caliber, we want them in the games, they're not.
There's no such
this
thing.
guy can't play poker.
No.
No such thing.
No such thing.
So it's organic.
Absolutely, and that's what makes it really grassroots, is that it doesn't matter who you are, what your background is, or your athletic ability, you're invited to come out and play.
Okay, and where is it going to take place?
Oh wow, we're all
Everywhere.
over Metro
Again.
Vancouver. Yeah, here we go. Almost as big a footprint as the Olympics, where yes, we're in Whistler, we're in Surrey, we're in Burnaby, we're in Richmond, we're out at UBC, SFU. So really a really good spread out program that allows the general public to come out and watch.
Sure. What have been the challenges for you as chair, as organizer? I know these volunteer jobs pay about $1 a year.
Yeah,
that.
something like that. A little negative behind it, but
minus.
no, it's the contribution to the community which is important. And from what we've been able to build in these last 3 years, we're continuing to move human rights forward. And you know, it's spirituality in the workplace, in schools, and that's some of what the sessions are that are being conducted, that are part of the conference. Because you can come in for a day, or you can come in for the 3 days, but you get to experience and be part of that dialogue, as well as a meter for the future and some of the challenges that we are facing.
Okay, so there'll be panels on same-sex marriage, or panels on gay bashing in Russia, or what?
It's primarily North America, as these are the North America Games. So we do focus in on what's happening here, but we do have friends and guests coming in from around the world to participate, as well as to advise us as to what's happening.
Sure. And how are you connected to Pride?
Pride? Well, they're one of our cultural partners. One of the pillars being cultural celebration under the Out Games banner is we want to work with community. So we work with everybody from the Queer History Project to the different theater groups to Pride in Art. Vancouver Pride is going to be hosting all of the athletes at the end of the games, part of the Pride Parade. So they actually get to all march and be celebrated for what they've achieved.
Okay, and at the beginning of the games, flags flying.
Oh gosh, yes, there's a fantastic program that we've created. So we've got, starting at City Hall on Monday, We're going to have a blessing that is going to send out for the call of the athletes to come into the heart of Vancouver at the Vancouver Art Gallery, a free event. And from that, we're going to send out runners to UBC. We're going to send out runners to SFU and up to Whistler as well. And they're going to run around and they're going to all come down. So there's going to be 120 runners coming into the downtown core, handing off 3 different flags. We've got the rainbow flag, we've got the GLISA, North America flag, and we've got the Out Games flag.
Okay, and GLISA stands for what? Gay and Lesbian International Sports Association?
You got it.
Something like that?
Exactly.
Okay, so back to the rainbow flag, history of the rainbow flag. What does it mean?
It really is about the diversity that makes up our community. And when you take a look at its inception by Gilbert Baker, who a couple years ago was actually here representing his life's work, it did stand for where we have come and where we are going to. But to be able to recognize a symbol that stands for the struggle, the strife, and the accomplishments of the community.
And how political will these games be? Will you invite North American senators and congressmen and people from here, mayors, all of that,
Again,
premiers?
Everybody is welcome to participate. Everybody is welcome to come out and support the games. We have ministers that will be part of the opening ceremonies. We have the mayor who's going to be conducting the Vancouver Pride and Out Games launch at City Hall. We have MPs, MLAs coming to support.
So how important is it to you, John, and the community to have community leaders like Brian Burke march in the Pride Parade in Toronto, a U.S. president endorsing Pride today?
Role models are looked upon from society no matter what we do, whether it be the straight community, the business community, or the gay and lesbian community. Those role models, when they step forward, they set a precedent and they bring either awareness or they bring a new standard. And by doing that, by having these individuals step up and say, hey, it's okay to come out and support the gay and lesbian community, it starts to make those changes, whether they be in school or in the workplace or in sports, professional sports. These are the challenges that are still being faced out there, and those role models are making a statement.
What about security?
Security,
Police.
For us?
Yes. Well, you know what we did during hockey.
Well, yeah, I kind of saw a little
so
of that.
pretty.
It wasn't, but at the same time, has there been a riot associated with a Pride Parade? Well, if we look back maybe about 33 years when they were marching and they were protesting, there was a little bit back then, but these are celebrations. It's a celebration of accomplishment. It's a celebration of community. And so, no, we're not worried about, on a security level, this type of event happening.
Sure. But there are police officers who are gay.
Oh, yes.
Or lesbians. So, hey, I don't know how easy that is with the boys in blue to come out.
Well, there is a great level of support on a civic level and from the VPD, definitely allies to the LGBT community.
Sure.
And by having that support and by being so forward, it makes it much easier, whether you are a politician or whether you're a public servant, to know that there is support there.
And what about the ceremonial part of this? I assume there will be medals designed by...
Oh, Corinne Hunt.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
She did the medals for the Olympics.
Well, the Olympics with Omar Arbel.
Yes.
Yes.
And so she has created, the courier package comes in today, yay, from Montreal. So we will be seeing those medals.
Have you seen a mock-up?
I have. We actually have it in our official guide.
Okay.
There's a little write-up, and it shows the design of the medals.
Is it native? Is it, by that I mean Corinne Hunt, inspired?
It's taking in...
Do you know what's on it?
It's got the elements of the mountain, marine, and land, which are the 3 sporting themes. And by incorporating that in, it has the orca, it has the eagle, so it does represent our grassroots here in British Columbia.
Gold, bronze, silver?
Absolutely.
Is there a blue ribbon or anything?
A blue ribbon? It comes on a red.
We used to get that at 4-H, you know. Get the blue ribbon for the prize cow or whatever that is. So what's fun about this for you? How much fun are you having, aside from all the work?
It's the exchange with community. When you're walking down the street, and the other day I was going out and I was passing out some of the guides, and people are stopping. You go, oh, I've got to have one of those. I need to know what's going on. I want to participate. And it's seeing the community rise up with such pride and wanting to be part of it. That's what Out Games are all about, bringing people together, about being part of that celebration. And people really are starting to step forward and be part.
How great. Well, I hope some of my favorite drag queens will be there.
Oh, they will, you bet. We've got some great hosts. We have for our closing ceremonies that it will be at the Plaza of Nations on Saturday, July 30th. We have Ace of Base, we've got Dragonette, we've got Carol Pope. We have 12 hours of nonstop entertainment and activities, and it's all part of the games.
Okay, but not a contest necessarily. They're not going to be ballroom dancing, are they? I don't know that Connie Smudge. She might ballroom dance.
If put to the test, we know that she will be. She'll be trying to earn her gold medal.
Absolutely. What's the cost of this, like approximately, or do you have any idea yet?
Of the total
Of the
scope?
whole
When we bring in the sport, when we bring in the culture, when we bring in the management aspect of it, we're looking at about $1.6 million.
Right. Hence, you need sponsors, which we are one.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy
Shaw
we
has
are.
been a great sponsor.
Right.
With the mentorship program associated with him. You guys are bringing forward new reporters and new techs, and being part of that program is creating a new legacy for the future.
For sure, and we are going to show some of the games here, as you know.
Yes.
Starting next week, starting Tuesday, I believe, at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
We'll be covering it here on the Shaw.
Yes.
After Studio 4.
After Studio 4.
Sorry we couldn't interrupt Studio 4, for a high hurdle or something like that.
Well, that's just it. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be documented and going to be taped on Monday. So from the flag run to the opening ceremonies at the art gallery, everybody's got to come on down, get their face in front of the Shaw camera so that on Tuesday when they broadcast it, they can say, hey, there I am. I was there supporting the games.
I was there. So of all the events, how many, all told?
Well, there's 13 sporting events.
Right.
On a cultural side, there's probably about 60 different events associated with our community. On the human rights side, the 3-day conference at the Sheraton Wall Center.
Okay, and are you participating?
I'm going to every single event to support what it is.
You're not in the triathlon or anything?
No, I'm not.
No, maybe ballroom dancing, no?
I'll watch. I'll watch.
Well, you're the chair.
Absolutely.
You're allowed to watch.
I've got a great team that has supported us. And that team of volunteers has, over these last 3 years, put together a fantastic program. And we want to make sure that people do come out. So we're giving 2 passes to the closing ceremonies for your show to be able to give away.
How great. We'll have to figure out how to do that.
I think the producers got an idea.
Oh, they've got
it?
An idea? Well, they'll tell me.
Yeah.
One of these days.
And
Great.
so you'll find more information in our Fast Track Pass. It's on the street. The official guide is out there. Visit our website because there's tickets available. All the sporting events are free to go to.
Okay.
Ballroom dancing, there are some tickets available for the exhibition shows. Great things
Excellent,
happening.
and lots of legacy to come. I thank you.
Yes.
John Boychuk,